And that's what we want, is that sovereign Dáil government that was here on the 21st of January is the only legal, valid and bona fide government that can sit in the European Parliament. Everybody's talking about borders and everything else. There were no borders on the 21st of January 1919, and I don't see what's the difference between Brexit last year and what today, on the 21st of January 1919, when it was ratified here, the tricolour flag and all the symbols of the state, they were all ratified. And we have a sovereign government. Britain doesn't have a sovereign government. Britain has a royal government, royal courts of justice and a crown force. Their sovereignty comes from our heart. And General de Gaulle would not allow Britain to join the EEC common market because Britain has a royal government. You have to have a sovereign government. And that goes back to 1155 when Pope Adrian IV, the only English pope, gave Hibernia, which is the sovereign republic of Eire, to Henry II to build his empire. That caused the 100 Years' War. It should be sorted out, and it's not. And it should be sorted out now. We want that sovereign government as the only legal, valid and bona fide government to sit in the European Parliament. I will ask Tom Ryan to read the 1916 proclamation, which is an Irish Republican Brotherhood document. Hold on a second now, Tom. I have to hold the tricolour flag. Wait a second. Where's my hat? I can hold this one. And the reason we hold the tricolour flag is that it's still the Irish and Fenians Republican Brotherhood's tricolour flag that we put up on the GPO on Easter Monday 1916, taken down by Dermot Lynch and brought up under those tunnels to Vaughan's Hotel. And it was Dermot Lynch who brought up that. It's never been captured. And for Heather Humphreys to come out in Galway at the university and say that we have taken back the national flag from the distance is a disgrace, and we're not going to allow that. We've asked Europe to take down our tricolour flag and to take down our sovereign seat in Dáil until it has been sorted out.
Proclaim na hÉireann, the provisional government of the Irish Republic, to the Irish people, Irish men and Irish women, in the name of God and of the dead generations from which you received her tradition of nationhood. Ireland, through us, summons her children to our flag to strike for her freedom. Having organised and trained her manhood through our secret revolutionary organisation, the Irish Republican Brotherhood, and through our open military organisation, the Irish Volunteers and the Irish Citizen Army. Having patiently perfected her discipline, having resolutely waited for the right moment to reveal itself, she now seizes that moment, and supported by her exiled children in America and by gallant allies in Europe, but relying at first on her own strength, she strikes in full confidence of victory. We declare the right of the people of Ireland to the ownership of Ireland and to the unfettered control of Irish destinies, to be sovereign and indefeasible. The long usurpation of that right by a foreign people and government has not extinguished the right, nor can it ever be extinguished, except by the destruction of the Irish people. In every generation, the Irish people have asserted their right to national freedom and sovereignty. 6 times in the last 300 years, they have asserted it in arms. Standing on that fundamental right and again asserting it in arms, in the face of the world, we hereby proclaim the Irish Republic as a sovereign, independent state. And we pledge our lives and the lives of our comrades in arms to the cause of its freedom, of its welfare, and its exaltation among the nations. The Irish Republic is entitled to and hereby claims the allegiance of every Irish man and Irish woman. The Republic guarantees religious and civil liberties, equal rights and equal opportunities to all its citizens, and declares its declares its resolve of purpose to the happiness and prosperity of the whole nation and to all its parts, cherishing all the children of the nation equally, and oblivious of the differences carefully fostered by an alien government, which have divided a minority from the majority in the past, until our arms have brought the opponents the opportune moment for the establishment of the Parliament of a national government, representatives of the whole people of Ireland, and elected by suffrages of all men and women. The provisional government hereby constituted will administer the civil and military affairs of the Republic in trust for the people. We place the cause of the Irish Republic under the protection of the Most High God, whose blessing we invoke upon our arms, and we pray that no one who serves that cause will dishonour it by cowardice, inhumanity or rapine. In this supreme hour, the Irish nation must, by its valour and discipline, and by the readiness of its children to sacrifice themselves for the common good, prove itself worthy of the august destiny to which it is called. Signed on behalf of the Provisional Government, Thomas J. Clark, Sean McDermott, Tomas McDonough, Pádraig H. Pearse, Eamon Cant, James Connolly, Joseph Plunkett.